Okay, so Super Mario All-Stars is what we're doing today. But first, we're going to do the original Super Mario Brothers. Let me know, guys, if the game audio is too loud, too. I've tried to... I think it's okay, but if it's too loud, too soft, let me know. We'll adjust as we go. So, I love the original Mario games. The 2D Mario games I enjoy immensely. Once they got to 3D, I became much less of a fan. I it's a, my disdain of Mario 64 is pretty well known by anybody who's been around here long enough. But yeah, I some of even the newer ones, like I played Mario Odyssey and it's fine, but I don't know. I just don't really I've never really enjoyed the 3D Mario games. This is what I grew up on, and I guess I'm a man of simple tastes. So but yeah, so we're gonna try and run through these today, but for the purposes, if you're watching this on YouTube, they're gonna be split up into individual videos. So we're gonna start with the original Super Mario Brothers. Um, I mean, what is there really to say that hasn't already been said about Super Mario Brothers? It's kind of where a lot of people, at least of my generation, got it's probably one of the first video games they ever played. It was bundled with the NES for like ever. So I feel like if you had a Nintendo and you never played the original Super Mario Brothers, I don't know how that happened. So, um, Harley says Mario 3 might have been my first. Well, I mean, if it depends, I guess it depends on your age too. Like if you're a little bit younger, I probably should have had this prepared and ready to go, but, when did the original Super Mario Brothers release? So it was 1985 was the original release of Super Mario Brothers. It was September in Japan, October in North America. So if maybe if you were a little bit, because I was 4, when this came out, but I didn't have an NES until I think I was like 7 or 8 was when I first got an NES. But this was, it was, the Mario and Duck Hunt, the Mario 1 Duck Hunt dual cartridge came with the one that I had. And then just because I don't know why I'm saying this, but I think that the next game I got might have been at the same time. I don't remember, but I distinctly remember it was Super Dodgeball, which is I have such an affinity for that game. But that's another story for another time. And Daxis says, "Oh Lord, I feel old." So, one of my earliest memories of Super Mario Brothers was that I have some cousins that used to come often and would like spend the weekends at my house, and we'd sit around and we'd play video games or we'd play sports or whatever. But the first time that one of my cousins actually finished the original Super Mario Bros. Game, we were so pumped because none of us had ever actually completed the game that I remember writing it on the calendar in our kitchen. I was like, Kim beat Mario Brothers, like Mario 1, like how cool is that? So, one thing I remember is that also is like, not that it's the hardest game ever, but I think compared to Mario 3, I think Mario 1 is probably actually slightly harder. But that's all. I think it's also due to like Mario 3. There was a lot of a lot of advancements that they came up with. A lot, there's more power ups, and um, I don't remember. Could you save in the NES version of Mario 3? I want to say no, but I don't remember that. But one of the things with the original Super Mario Brothers, and it's a thing that we won't have to deal with here because we're going to play the Mario All Stars version, is that there was no saves. There was no battery backup. There was nothing. So you either finished it in one sitting or you didn't, and you had to start over from scratch. Which is funny. I'll get to that in a second. It's funny for a couple of reasons, but um, I mean, the other alternative is to, if you had to like step away, like you didn't have the time, and this isn't a long game, so it's less of a time constraint and more of a game over state. But you could always, like, if you like, I'm sure people had this happen as a kid where like you're playing a game and then like your parents are like, oh, time to go, we got to go do something, and you're like, but I'm in the middle, and then like, I can't save my game. So what you would do is you would just leave it on, you'd turn your TV off so it didn't burn the image into your TV, and then hope that when you got back everything was fine. Although, as some of us know who played the original NES, that wasn't always the case. You would come back, and I'm sure people had different names for it, but we always said whenever like the game would glitch or something, and again, I don't even know, but we would always say the game messed up. That was our term for it, was the game messed up. So it would like, I don't even know how to explain it. You either know or you either know, or it's like, I feel like it's impossible for me to actually explain it. But it's funny, and I know I'm digressing a lot here, but my NES that I had at one point, the only way to get, so I had the front loader NES, the original NES. I never had the top loader NES. But so the front loader that I had, so if you remember, you would lift the cover to where you put the game in. Hey Zerg Rush Hour, how you doing? You'd lift the cover, you'd push the game in until it was all the way in, and then you would push it down. And then you would turn the NES on. My NES actually got to the point that it would only work if you put the game in but didn't push it down to like lock it into place or whatever. For whatever reason, if you did that, it would like the first image, like the first screen would pop up and then it would flash and reset and flash and reset and flash and reset. So it's like that was my NES when I after several years of owning one. But anyway, I think we've talked enough. So why don't we get into we'll get into Mario 1. So I mentioned the whole idea about those. Oh, I gotta actually click on the right window. So I mentioned about having to finish in one sitting. So one of the things about Mario All-Stars here is that it had battery backup to it, and you could save your game, which was a godsend for. I mean, again, a lot of those old NES games, they just didn't have save capabilities, and it was either you finish it all at once or you come back and try again the next time. Start from scratch. So we'll just take a look at this real quick. So you have Super Mario Brothers, the original, and then you have this Lost Levels, which again was original Mario 2 in Japan, but never saw the light of day in North America until this game came out, and they threw it in here as the Lost Levels. This is the North American Mario 2, and then most people know Mario 3 because Mario 3 and I don't know if this is still true to this day, but I feel like, well, I mean, I don't think it really, there were no new games. I believe that Mario 3 was the highest selling NES game of all time, but you know what? I should probably Google that. Zerg says, or just leave the system on while you go to school. Yeah. Highest selling NES games of all time. So list of best. So, all right. So apparently the original Super Mario Brothers is, but I think it also mentioned that it was bundled during the console, so I think that actually counts. So apparently it's Super Mario Brothers, which sold 40 million plus units, which to me means that they're counting those console bundles. And then it's Duck Hunt at 28 million. So again, that was also at times bundled with god, sorry, I just got a spam text message. Block and report spam. Get out of here. So yeah, I feel like because they had that dual Mario Duck Hunt cartridge, so I feel like that's probably where that comes from. And then Super Mario Brothers 3, which apparently was also bundled with the NES at some point, probably closer to the end of the NES's life cycle. But that is third at 18 million. But so I wonder if there's a way that you could tell without counting console sales, like. But anyway, I guess it's so Mario 3 is like. I don't know if it's necessarily always considered, but it's up there as like best NES games of all time, and I'd be hard pressed to argue that. I mean, some people might have different preferences based on the kind of games that you like to play. I'm sure Legend of Zelda is probably up there for a lot of people, but I feel like if you're doing a best NES games of all time list, oh my god, that just scared the hell out of me. I just heard like a car fly by or like a motorcycle and it sounded like an explosion. If you're doing like a best NES game of all time list, I feel like Mario 3 is gonna wind up on there very close to the top. Yeah, Zerga said, leave your system on while you go to school. Yep. Zerg says the Winter Olympics game that came with the gamepad you had to lay out on the floor. So that's the power pad. I actually had that. I don't remember a Winter Olympics game, but there was a Summer Olympics game that I had for it. It was called World Class Track Meet. I remember that game. And the funny thing is like you could totally game the thing. So if you don't know the power pad, and it probably would make sense if I pulled up an image of it, but so the power pad, it was this thing you laid out on your floor, and it had, I want to say it had 12 circular pads on it, and if you stepped on them, the game would register whatever you did. So the idea was like you would run in place and basically be running like a 100-yard dash in the game. You could actually, if you wanted to, like sometimes we'd try and set records, we'd like lay down next to it and like use your hands and like really quickly go like this with your hands on the pads to try and get your guy to go faster. And then like you do like the long jump where you would run and then but before you hit the line, like when you get to the line to jump, you would literally jump and then you'd land, and that would like your speed and your landing would kind of tell you how far that you did. One of the things you could do on that is like you could run and then you actually jump off the pad. And so then it's just based on how fast your character ran. And then all you need to do is make sure that you step back on the pad to time the landing. It was so stupid. But yeah, I had the power pad. I absolutely had the power pad. Tag says Shadowrun was awesome. Was Shadowrun an NES game? I don't think we probably already talked to this. Oh, Shadowrun Super NES? Okay. So anyway, so yes, I am going to be playing the Super NES re-release of these games because they did upgrade like the graphics a bit to be, more 16-bit. They're more in line with like the Super Mario World graphics. The music gets updated a little bit, and like I said, you can save the game, which is very nice. So, all right, let's actually start playing, huh? That'd be a good idea. All right, so apparently, here's like the save things. So you see the star. So the original Super Mario Brothers, once you finish the game, you could then restart, like you could then continue and start it. It's basically New Game Plus, except not really New Game Plus. It's like, it's a harder version. So like, I think like all the little Goombas are replaced by the Buzzy Beetles. And I think that was one of the, just think about that. On the original NES game, you would have to go through the entire game, finish the game, and then keep playing so that you could do this harder version all in one sitting, because if you turned off your game, now you had to start back at the beginning of the first version of the game. So I feel like this is a save that actually, that's what that star means. So this is a save that I actually a save file that I actually finished the game. We'll start a new save file. Oops, how do I start? I am only playing by myself, so we'll do one player game. Alright, now I gotta remember how to play. Shadowrun is awesome. I've never played Shadowrun. Yeah, like I said, I am not intending on speedrunning this. I'm actually just gonna enjoy the ride. Where's there's a 1-up here somewhere. Right, isn't there? It's like right here. Aha! And they kept the idea that you can't go back. You could, so in the original Super Mario, you could not backtrack in the game. Hey, how did I miss him? the dodgiest Goomba ever. Invincibility star, let's go! So I think I said this during the intro, or I might have said it before, but I am not intending on using any warp zones in any of these games. We're gonna go through as much of the game as possible. Oh, I guess I've probably told this story before on stream, but so one of my favorite Super Mario Brothers stories is, so Texas, I always loved when you were underground. There was echo, so good. Was there echo in the actual original? I don't remember. I don't, or is that like a this version edition? But so back when I was a kid, there was a fair in the a summer fair that you would it didn't have, okay, it did have it. It's been a while since I played the original NES version. So there was a fair, and then one, like the carnival games, pop the balloons with the darts and all that stuff. Well, this one actually had one where they had a bunch of NESs set up. And the thing is if you could get, it was something like 30,000 points in this game in like, I don't need that flower. If you jump up to the top there and you run to the right side, there's a warp zone here, but we're not going to take that. So if you could get 30,000 points and it was like 2 or 3 minutes, it was some insane amount of time, you would win a free NES game. I was like, this is the great. And so I even had like a plan in my mind of how I was going to do it. Is I was going to get to 1-2, I was going to take the warp to World 4, and then there's that part at the end of World 4 where the first level of World 4 where you can it's like the stairs or the steps going up to the flag, and then there's 2 Koopa Troopas that come down, and there's a way, and I used to be able to do it when I was a kid. I don't think I have the the finger dexterity to do it anymore, but where you could, if you kept jumping off of the Koopa Troopa shell, and it would bounce repeatedly off the thing, and you would, if you jump on things repeatedly in this game, you get points, more points, more points, more points, more points. Eventually, you get an extra life, and if you keep it going, you get, so it was like an infinite life thing that you could do. So my plan was to get there and then keep bouncing off of the turtles, but stopping before the extra life and then starting it up again each time to just try and get the points. So I was like, that was my plan. That was my plan. But then what happened was I got to World 1-2 and I missed the jump to go to the warp zone. And then it was just a failure from there. And I was a very sad little Arethius. But what's not a sad Arethius is seeing that we've got a raid. What's going on? Greb and friends from Greb Stream. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome into Greb. Welcome into Deadly Babe. Welcome into Brian. Welcome in, everybody. So as you can see, we are playing some old school Super Mario Brothers. And we're gonna see if my platforming my hand dexterity and platforming skills from a kid are still with me. Welcome in, Thurister. Greb says, turns out a 3-man Zoe is quite challenging. Oh, did you guys struggle towards the end? I mean, so that last fight can probably be pretty dicey. When we did it I did it as a duo. I was playing as an electric brute, and I forget actually what my teammate was. I want to say like a controller or a defender, but I don't remember at all. And that last fight can be a bit of a struggle. I mean, the good thing is, so you can pull Gamma away from everybody else, but that's the only one that you can pull. The rest of them you have to just kind of fight in place. Molly says we had no heals, but we had my Earth Trick Hour controller for debuffs. Yeah. So that's the thing is like, you just need you need to be able to be survivable while you have essentially 4 AVs beating on you at once. Ryan says, was that the one where Golden Roller kept teleporting to your teammate? Yes, indeed it was. Wait, isn't there a beanstalk here? Oh my god, the fact that I still remember some of this stuff. I just want to make sure I don't take a warp zone because I don't want to do warp zones. Welcome into Thurister as well. Brian says, looks like a Fire Blaster alt. No, it's not a Fire Blaster. This is Mario. Texas, how do you remember this? It's like you are obsessed. Listen, I can't tell you how many times I played this game as a kid, and I've even played it a few times as an adult, so... Oh, that was a sucky jump. Yeah, that's about as bad as you can get on that. Molly says, fun fact, Acid Arrow debuffs control resist, so AVs can be held fairly well. Nice. Like says, no judgment here, it's great. Wait till I get to Mario 3. I remember Mario 3 a lot more than this one. Water levels. Thankfully, I have fire power here because water levels without it are some of the worst levels in the game. Shoot the blooper! Do-do, do-do. Ah. You can't actually jump out of the water in this one. Mario 3 totally could have. Bloopers are so annoying. They just kind of path wherever they want to. Aha! Take that, sucker. Oh no! Dummy. And this one is not like Mario 3 where if you have firepower and you get hit, you still save. Is Big Mario, or I guess Super Mario is technically. And you go right to being little. Yeah, let's go. Da-da-da-da. Oh god, I'm little on this level. Flying Cheep Cheeps! Run for your life, Mario! Woo. Yay, mushroom. Well, this is if the timer ends in 6, do you still get 6 fireworks? Yeah, that's probably, I think that's still a thing. The Super NES kind of remakes of the original NES ones, they kept pretty much everything mechanically the same, and the only thing they did is they updated the graphics and the music. And you have the ability to save, which again, it's probably the most important part of this. Oh, there you go. There's a couple of fireworks there. World 2-4. Oh, you jerk. I hate the castle levels that are like mazes. I think it's World 4 and World 8. Oh god. Move it, Mario. Ah. Oh my god. Bamboozled there. Knock it off, man. You're too close. Woo! Thank you, Mario, but our princess is in another castle. Suck it, nerd, Zerg says exactly. Yeah, so they like changed. So they made like this world have like a dark background, like a nighttime backdrop instead of just the same one all the time. Woo! Give me a star. Let's go. Ah, suck it, Hammer Brothers. Hey, Myers, how you doing? So it was like one of these, and you could like, and you could if you could like rapid fire tap and like you could keep jumping up and down and knocking the shell back and forth, and you would get the points and then eventually get the 1-ups. But I can't do it anymore. I lost the talent. I probably could have got an extra life there, but that's fine. Aww. Down in the hole. I don't know if it can be down in a hole. Never a bad time for an Alice in Chains reference. Boom, Fireworks, baby. I don't need to get every single coin. Hey. Oh boy. Nice. Let's go. On to World 3-4. Wait, can you actually kill those? It's got no. The answer to that's got to be no, right? Oh no. Timing was atrocious there. I don't know why it would make the sound like you can actually defeat those things. Ooh! I'm like, I'm gonna land right on the fire. Get wrecked! Take that, Bowser! Thread the needle, I know, huh? On to World 4. Oh, it's Lakitu. You know what? Now that I think about it, maybe this was the point strategy: is get to World 4-1 with fire, and then just keep shooting Spinies until you get the points. How many worlds are there? 8. There are 8 worlds in this game. This is so much easier with firepower. Whoa, baby. $10 coins there, but we'll take the 5,000 coins. Although coins, I think there's 10 coins there. The coins are more important than points in this game because you don't get anything for points, but every 100 coins you get an extra life. Chilling in the underground. This jump used to be super annoying as a kid, and I just missed it. There you go. It's like you have to do it with the momentum. Yeah, it still is. It absolutely is. All right, so there's a beanstalk here in these bricks to the right, and you can take it to get to a warp zone to go to World 8. But we are not going to do that. Why do I feel like there's something cool here because there's a buzzy beetle? Ah, it's a Starman. Oh no! It wasn't. Not worth. Not worth. Oh no! Gotta get the mushroom! First blood. Actually, second. I've died twice on this level so far. Nice. Jax is redeemed for a treat for Steve. Jesus. He didn't even budge. Oh, there he is. Hi, buddy. There you go, pal. Alright, another one of these mushroom levels. Oh, no. Ooh. I don't know how I did that. Wow. Oh, I thought that was the flagpole. Like, wait, let's just go as fast as we can, jump as far as we can. Oh, this is it here. That was almost disastrous. All right, here we go. So this is the first of the maze castles where you have to go a certain path. And that was not the right path. So if we go up. Okay, that was right. This one actually gives you the audible feedback. That's stupid. That wasn't the right way either. Isn't there a mushroom somewhere in here? Alright, so it's down below, I guess. We have to do this little. Let's go. See you later. Onwards to World 5. I could have got an extra life there, but I always forget. All of a sudden, they're going to come rifling back at you. Oh, bullet bills. That timer is running fast. Those are not real seconds, man. Was there not a single mushroom in that level? Need mushroom. Need to be Big Mario. Just waiting for that to do that. Boing. I'm just gonna lose it anyway. Hammer Brothers are the worst enemy in this game. Ah! Jump up. Oh, get out of here. Ah! Ardrea says... Hold on. Let me, Nice. That. Ardrea, I like that the pixels aren't rendered too sharp and square. Old CRT monitors blurred pixels together a bit, and the hyper sharp style retro games are often displayed in what was not what they looked like back then. Yeah, so this actual emulator will let you choose your aspect ratio too, because most of the time, like the CRTs back then would be like 8:7, and this will let you change it to 4:3. And you can also choose too, because the games actually would oh, you gotta be kidding me. The games would actually stretch to fit the screen. So you can tell it to stay 8:7, or you could do 4:3. Oh, that's right. This is the one with the really, and oh no, I'm dead. I don't think I can stop to get that mushroom because that thing goes around real fast. Let me try though. Nope, nope, can't do it. Oh, I didn't realize there was one there. You almost have to try and somehow time it so that you're getting up to that platform like as soon as the fire passes by like where you need it to be. Can we not do 2 rapid fire ones, please? Yeah. Oh, this is gonna suck. Ah! Woo! Andreas says, in a professional setting I worked in back in the mid-'80s, we had a support and services contractor who would come in daily and tune our Degasa and Degasa monitors to keep the right aspect ratios and focus and color calibrate. He always messed it up and I hated it. So did you ever see that old YouTube video of that guy that sounded like Ray Romano playing modded levels of Mario? No. Who builds a castle with no floor? Good thing I have W Sky Blue lives. The infinite lives. Oh, we got another Lakitu level, and I don't have fire this time. Who puts a pool of lava in their castle? Moats were a thing. Moats of lava, maybe not so much. Ah, go away. Oh, I missed. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I'm gonna get myself in trouble here. Go away, Lakitu. Alright, we're at the end of the level. This is much harder to do if you're not little. Oh, I got on the first try. Look at that. I'm a professional. Not exactly how I was intending on doing that, but that's fine. Oh my goodness. Controller! Guess we probably should have preserved those. Yeah. Woo! There we go. So he says the level starts out and Mario just drops to his death. The guy's like, the hell, where's the floor? Floor? Who needs a floor? We don't actually need this. So let's not kill ourselves trying to get it. Oh, I should have let that go down a little bit more. Excellent. Bullet bills, too. Just what we needed. Boing. Oh, I almost screwed that up. Nice. On to 6-4. Ooh, baby. Oh god, these ones are like weird. If I remember, there's like a really weird. Ah, yeah, that was gonna happen. Oh, he's got hammers. Forgot he starts getting hammers. Oh. Oh my goodness. Thanks for nothing. No. Ill-timed fire. Always hate how grabbing the mushroom mess up your jump. Yeah. Oop. All right. Oh, we're gonna have to start back at the beginning of World 6 at the rate we're going here. Take great care. Oh no! I managed to get back up there and then. Hey, come on now. Uh-oh. Is this it? Or do we get the 0? I forget if we get the 0 in this game or not. Oh, we're about to find out! Oh, back to the beginning of World 6. Argon says, it's really cool that you're showing us all the ways to do this wrong before you do it right. Hey, listen, educational streamer. Take that. So this made me think that I'm probably gonna have to, when I do the video for this, the timestamps will be for the worlds and not the individual levels, because be like 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, 6-4, back to 6-1. What a loser. Yikes. Ah, no! Why do I feel like there's something here? Nothing. Hey, Mage, how you doing? Oh, God. Koopa Paratroopa. How goes the run? Well, we had a little bit of a setback. We died. I game overed in 6-4, so I had to go back to the beginning of World 6. Oh my goodness. Have some chill, Mario. Alright, now I have to try and get this. Don't care about the coins so much as I do making the jump easier. Boing. There we go. Back to 6-4. Do I try and get the fire flower at the beginning? I feel like I kind of have to. Oh, now it's a mushroom because I took a hit there. Holy hell. Hi. Random coin block? Thank you. It's alright, we'll take the hit. We'll take the hit. On to World 7. Oh god, this Hammer Brothers here. And I'm little. Ooh, why did I jump? No! Oh, this is treacherous as hell. Don't jump all the way down. Don't do it. You did it, you jerk. Really? I thought for sure there was going to be a mushroom here. Seriously? Can I have a mushroom, please? Oh. Fuzzy beetle. Don't need to jump. Why would you want to jump there? Oh man, we're past due for a break. We don't have fire here. That's less than ideal. Aha, I'm faster than you. Stupid bloopers. That's due for a break. Well, I mean, I could pause and take a break, but I'm wondering if I should... Oh my god, I don't even know if this is a good idea. I was debating whether I should just wait until the end of World 7. Get wrecked, nerd. Just break after this game. Yeah, but what if World 8 takes me a long time? I feel like if I can get to 8-3 with firepower, then I'll be okay. 8-3 is atrocious. Unless you have fire, because you have Hammer Brothers all over the place, and they're not the ones that have like the platforms that they jump onto. They're just standing there chucking hammers at you nonstop. It's an issue. I mean, I guess it kind of is. All right, we'll go into we'll do one run of World 8, and if I game over in World 8 and have to start World 8 over, then we'll take a break. God, I hate that. Oh, this is another one of those maze ones, isn't it? Man dedicated to his craft? Maybe. No! I remembered the path through this one. Suck it, Bowser! All right, now we have to. Here's where it gets. I forget if it's this one or if it's 8-2 that has a really ridiculous jump. Excuse me, Goombas. What are you doing there? You can actually just run across this part here, but. I need fire. There's an extra life here, isn't there? I thought there was an extra life here. No! Oh, that's right. I think there's no checkpoints in World 8 either, too. It's you either finish the level or back to the start. We may be taking that break sooner rather than later. I could have sworn that there was... I mean, it's 8-2. Maybe it's 8-2 that there's an extra life. Yikes! Ah. Ah. Oh no. I'm running out of time. Ooh. Maybe that's the one I was thinking of. Am I gonna make it to the end of the level in time? Oh, I have to stay here. Bullet Bill and Lakitu? That seems unnecessary. Oh, he landed on my head. I thought he was gonna make it over me. Fine, I need 1 coin for an extra life. Take that, Lakitu. Yeah, this is where it is. So this is like a repeatable extra life. You can just keep... Oh no! If you keep dying. God. There's a mushroom here. I knew as soon as I went to jump, it was going to shoot. That was dumb. This is the jump here. Woo! All right. Still don't like the fact that I'm getting to 8-3 and I'm not going to have firepower because it sucks. I think there are a couple of power-ups, but... Can you not? Is there a flower here too? No. Oh, there is. Oh, thank goodness. All right, let's not pork this up now. You have to try and get past these guys. Without fire, it's like... Oh, now we gotta make the jumps here. All right. 8-4 with firepower. Oh, God. This jump sucks. All right, this is also a maze. I gotta see if I can remember my way through it. Oh, no! Damn it. Alright, then we get the flying fish that show up here. Isn't there another hammer brother? There's like a hammer brother here, isn't there? Or something? Oh, I forget which one am I supposed to go down? This one? Yeah, here's the water part. Random fire things here in the water somehow. Go away. Yeah. This is one of the reasons why it's so good to have fire here, because you can just get by the hammer brother there, and there's no power-ups in this castle, I don't think. Oh, go away. No, go away. Go away further. Oh, he threw like one staggered hammer at the end. That's ridiculous. The last hammer was cheap. Rubbish. Sucked. Nope. Timing sucks. The second one sucks. Ugh. Well, here we go. Last chance. Or it's back to the beginning of World 8. Oh God. Oh my God, I gotta get like close, but not too close because he can walk into you. Oh God, it's right. He shoots fire. Oh, I forgot he shoots fire too. I was trying to wait for him to jump. All right, we're gonna take our break here, guys. We're a little bit overdue, so I'm gonna step aside for a couple minutes, and then we'll try World 8 again. So hang tight, guys. We'll be back in about 3 minutes. Alrighty, we are back. We're ready to give it another go. So here we go. World 8. Take 2. It would help if I was in the right window. This is your moment, Zerg says. I was set up so well, and then I got hit by that stupid Koopa paratroopa. Lost my firepower, and it was all downhill from there. That's the thing. I remembered after the first run of this is that 8-1 is like long, and you don't have a lot of time, or it's not. I don't know if it's necessarily long or if it's just that your time is kind of reduced. Like, oh no! I think you start with less time in this one than you do in other ones. Yeah, 300, maybe not. I don't know. I do think it is a little bit of a longer level than most of the rest of the game. So it's like you almost kind of have to rush through it a bit. Would help if I was hitting the right block. Let's go. Let's not go too fast. I made better time because I was going faster through it that time. Or almost completely ran out of time the first time I went through it. Yikes. You have to be careful. You can't run through this part too fast. If you, like, outrun the mushroom... Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, God. Yeah, if you outrun the one-up mushroom, it just vanishes. I missed. Alright, here we go. Can we get... I gotta grab the power-ups here and not mess it up. Okay, there's one. Staggered like crazy here. Nice. Okay. Don't you dare. All right. Let's not mess it up this time. Harley says, after beating Mario 1, we tried to beat it again, but laying upside down on the sofa. Why? Why would you want to do that? You'll also do upside down challenge? No, that is not going to happen. After finishing Mario 1, we're going to move on to Mario 2. Running out of game cartridges? I mean, I guess. Get away from me! Alright, here we go. Hopefully we don't get sniped by a Cheep Cheep somehow. Oh, we almost got sniped by a Cheep Cheep! Wait, they're coming from all sides! Stop it! Knock it off! Stupid fish! Oh, man. Holy hell. No! How did that hit me? No! Oh my god, I was through. Oh my god. Oh no. It's over. Don't give up, stealth run. This is 5 hours later, still on 8-4. I mean, I was literally there. There's also no coins in this level, so you can't, like, get an extra life or anything like that. You need to go over my head, please. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. I think I'm used to just running through here as little Mario. And that's why that thing clipped me. Yes! We did it! We found the princess! Mario's face. Thank you, Mario. The kingdom is saved. Now try a more difficult quest. No, I don't think I will. Save and quit. Alright, so there you go. Super Mario 1. I don't really know. I mean, again, everyone's played Super Mario 1, so I can't believe I was able to just run under him at the end there. Alright, so that went pretty fast. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not a long game, and it really is. It's that 6-4 castle, which is a little difficult, and 8 is pretty. World 8 is pretty tough. So, I mean, the rest of the game is kind of whatever, but there you have it, Super Mario 1.